Hey, it's Nikki, your beach with my babies, doing a long awaited update. Sorry. Um, a lot has happened since my last video. I know I talked about New Year's resolutions, and like all New Year's resolutions, mine have not exactly been kept. Um, I've been mindful of them, just not doing them. So, anyway, I thought I'd talk about that. I have moved, so I had a big move in the middle of everything, and this is my one of my new my office slash guest room right now. But basically, with all the stress of the move and the end of the school year and excuses, blah blah blah, I am up to 167 right now. I haven't been exercising as consistently as I should. I'm still not food journaling. I am working out, but it's just not the intensity. I used to go to my trainer a lot, and at least once a week, and I would get into the gym and do some workouts that were designed for me by another trainer, at least 2 or 3 more times a week. And I'm going probably maybe like twice a week right now. So I'm not being the best as far as exercising and keeping up with my fitness goals. Um, there's a couple of things that have happened that fit into the medical timeline here. I just celebrated my 1 year post lower body lift, and I met with my surgeon for my 1 year check-in, and I'll talk about that. And I did all my blood work today, actually this morning, my fasting blood work for my 2 year post sleeve follow-up, and I have an appointment on next Friday, a week from today, to do my 2 year follow-up with my sleeve surgeon, Dr. Pierce. So those things are coming up. What's interesting is, okay, so I'm up to 167, which is probably my highest weight since having the lower body lift. But my skin on my abdomen is looser, he noticed. So maybe the swelling went down. I'm still in the same size clothing. I can definitely feel things are more snug. What's interesting is when I'm gaining weight, I don't seem to be gaining it in my stomach as much. I've been having a lot of issues with bloating, just my stomach kind of bloating and things. So I've noticed my stomach pooching a little bit more with bloating, and that has to do a lot with some new medication that I'm on. I have a Mirena, and the Mirena can cause really infrequent periods and things like that. So yeah, boys, we're gonna talk about menstrual cycles here a little bit, but basically the Mirena can cause bloating and bleeding or not bleeding, etc. So my whole cycle's been a little out of whack for the past couple months since I got the Mirena put in, and I've been having a lot of kind of like bloating and swelling and cramping from that, and also probably a little bit of weight gain. But I've noticed that since the lower body lift, because they removed the fat and the skin around my midsection, I'm not as prone to gain in that section. When I gain, it gains more in my legs and my butt, but prominently my legs. So I have been noticing that things are fitting a little bit snugger in my pants, but not necessarily the waistband. So what's interesting is I can put on a pair of shorts at the store. For instance, right now I've been since my lower body lift between a size 8 and a size 10. And I can put on a size 8 in a store, and it's very tight. Like, shorts are very tight around my thighs and around my butt, but there's like a good 1 to 2 inches still that are too big in my waist. So my body's a little bit malproportioned in some ways now. So I have to buy big and then get them altered to go down in my waist. Some of my pants and stuff I notice are just tighter on my legs. So that's an interesting thing to know about with the lower body lift, is you may, wherever you have the skin removed and the fat removed, you may not be necessarily gaining back there as easily, but the areas that you didn't have any surgery, say like my arms or my thighs, things like that, I'm gaining there. So I went and saw the doctor. I have this like really sore spot on my abdominal wall that causes me a lot of pain when I'm sleeping on my stomach and I stretch my arms like up. It kind of hurts, and it wakes me up, like it hurts like that. It feels like a tearing. I've been talking to my doctor about that a little bit. I found out at my 1 year anniversary that there are permanent stitches along the sides. There's permanent stitches down the center of my abdominal wall that when they closed, they showed it shut there. And then I have permanent stitches apparently on the sides as well. And I didn't know that. I had no idea there were permanent stitches in there. So the theory is he felt around, I flexed my abdominals, you know, I was still doing a lot of strength. My abdominals are pretty strong. So I flexed them. He didn't feel any gaps. Now, if you feel a gap or a dip, or when you tighten your abs on the table and you see if it bulges over an area, that's a sign of possibly an ulcer or a tear in the muscle. None of that happened. So Dr. Wong's theory right now is that I just have a stitch that's learning a little bit loose, or that's pulling. And it's uncomfortable at times. I mostly don't feel it, but when I do feel it, I feel it. So I would say, you know, they always ask you to rate pain from like a 1 to a 10. It'll be a sharp like 7 or 8 when I initially stretch, just very, very quickly, and then I don't really feel it. It'll be sore, sometimes a burning sensation afterwards. That's why I think it's kind of tearing or something. The only way to resolve it, if I really wanted to push it, is to have them go back in and do a surgery to check it out and repair it. And I really don't want to go through the recovery of that right now, and go through being out of working out, and so it's not bothering me enough now. So I'll let you guys know if that's something that I choose to do, but right now it's just uncomfortable and occasional. As far as the panels, you know, I just got all my blood work done. After having the Mirena, you know, when you have a Mirena IUD put in, your period's really wonky, and I literally was on my period for probably 9 straight weeks. And I got a little anemic. Iron can run a little bit low for me, as well as post-sleeve, you know, your iron, your absorption's not so great. So I was really tired for a couple weeks. I was concerned. I had some blood drawn. My iron was a little bit below normal, but still fell within, you know, the non-alarming range. So I've been taking some supplements for that. It'll be interesting to see. The blood work that I did today is the blood work that you'd have to do before the sleeve. You do it a couple times before the sleeve, and then your 1 year, you know, like a 6-month follow-up, a 1 year follow-up, and then my 2 year follow-up. But basically, it's you go in and they take like, I think today they take like 15 vials of blood. It's like donating blood, but you're donating it to like your nutrition panels. So I had that done today, and I do it usually a week before my appointments because it takes a while to process, and I want to make sure it's all done before I get in there. So when I follow up next week, I'll let you guys know kind of like where my nutrition's at. The last time that when I had my 1 year follow-up, I was not deficient, but I was inefficient on my B12 and my D vitamin and my calcium. And I've been off and on not the best with taking those because calcium you can't take with certain other vitamins, and it's hard for me to remember. You know, you got to space out all your vitamins throughout the day if you're really taking them properly, and I'm having a hard time with that in my busy life. But now that I'm out for the summer, I'm a teacher and I'm not working this summer, hopefully I'll have more time and everything. So that's what's going on. I've gained a little bit of weight. I'm still working on making positive, you know, lifestyle changes. But, you know, it's slow going right now, and that's okay. There's other things in my life right now that are a little bit more important than my weight, and I'm certainly not out of control. But it'll come off. But, you know, I'm going to Hawaii in a couple weeks, so that's motivation for me to get some stuff in gear. But my abdominal, I'll let you guys know more about kind of what happens with that abdominal, and then also what's going on with my blood panels for my 1 year as far as, like, my nutrition. So that's my update. It's not very exciting, but anyway, I'll actually, you know, next week what I'll do also is a body shot. I'll show you guys where my scar's at, because that'll probably be interesting, as well as all my nutritional results from my blood work. So I'll talk to you later. Thanks for subscribing. Bye.